Welcome. I'm Jody Hitchinski, Director of Admissions at Grand Valley State University. We've prepared a session for you today that will provide additional information that may help you make some final decisions on where you see yourself enrolling next fall, as well as important steps to enrolling at Grand Valley. So we're going to move ahead, and first of all, our agenda today will share information with you specifically about financial aid. It will walk you through information on your financial aid award letter. We're also going to share information with you specifically about living on campus at the university. And finally, we have a faculty member joining us that will talk to you about the academic experience at the university as well. I invite you to take time to review our admissions video. What you'll find is that the Laker effect is a force for positive change. In the video, you'll get an opportunity to see what some of our current students are doing, as well as alumni. So please enjoy.
When it comes to your future and the effect you'll have on the world, you won't just choose a college. You'll choose a path. The path to your future. What college experience do you want? Something small with a focus on teaching and the opportunity to serve your community? Something big with hundreds of programs, cutting-edge research, and all the clubs, sports, and arts you want. Something flexible where you can create an experience that is tailored to your goals and the good you want to do in the world. What if you don't have to choose? What if you can have it all? And more importantly, what if your college experience isn't about the college? What if it is about you? Taking the talent you already have and sculpting it, honing it, and broadening its reach so you can actually do something about the problems others only talk about.
I chose an education that would help me put my community first by addressing issues that are generations old.
I chose an opportunity that gave me the ability to engineer new ideas that serve people, heal the planet, and revolutionize markets and their industries.
I didn't know it then, but the world was waiting for me and my unique problem-solving skills.
The world is waiting for us.
Choosing a college is a big decision. I chose a community that accepted me as an individual and a contributor to a greater cause.
I chose a path that gave me creative and intellectual freedom, a supportive community, and powerful skills and resources to become a lifelong learner.
I chose to be a Laker at Grand Valley State University.
I am living a future I thought was only a dream. And my Laker effect is the reason why. What will your Laker effect be?
I'd like to begin by talking about the liberal education component of our degree programs at the university. Everything is rooted at Grand Valley in providing you with a liberal education. When we talk about being liberally educated, what we're talking about is making sure that you have the full breadth of experience academically. That means that you will take classes out of a wide variety of disciplines at the university. So you'll receive the depth of your educational experience, you'll get into the depth in your major. The breadth of the educational experience is found in the liberal education component. So we've provided a link for you to look through that, a quick guide. It will show you that classes are in categories. So essentially what you're going to do is choose classes out of a variety of categories, and you have lots of choices within those categories. For many students, this is very helpful, especially if they haven't selected a major. So please know that you can start at the university as an undeclared or undecided student. We find often that the liberal education component of our degree programs gives students exposure to a wide variety of disciplines, and often it's that exposure that helps the student decide on a major. So again, There are lots of academic opportunities and ways for you to explore at Grand Valley before settling in on a major. We know that this component of the degree is where you're going to build important skills, critical thinking skills, problem-solving skills, the ability to work in a very multicultural society. And so often these are the skills that are going to help you not just landing your first job after graduation, but these are the skills that are going to help you navigate your career 5-10 years after graduation, because as we all know, the world is changing very quickly. Your career, your profession may change, and the Liberal Education Foundation to our degree program prepares you for that change that you may experience. At Grand Valley, we have over 300 academic programs to choose from. So as I already stated, you don't have to know when you walk in exactly what your major is going to be. And it's helpful to understand that there are lots of choices when you get here. So when you do finally decide on that major, chances are Grand Valley is going to have that academic opportunity available to you. So again, we're providing links that give you an idea of all the various programs. What you'll note is that each of our academic programs is housed into one of the 8 colleges that you're seeing here. So we often talk about majors within colleges. Within each college, you'll find the faculty, of course, and the curriculum, but you'll also find professional academic advisors that will help you navigate your major and your academic program when you're a student at the university. The most important information I think I can share with you today is to talk about the faculty at Grand Valley. I think you'll find that they will be the most influential people during your experience here, and for many of you, they will really provide a lot of guidance in terms of that career or that field that you choose to study. So in a bit, you'll get a chance to hear from a faculty member at Grand Valley, but I think it's helpful to understand the commitment through faculty. So for example, all of our classes are taught by faculty. You won't have graduate assistants or teaching assistants at the university. So from the moment you walk on campus as a first-year student, you will interact with faculty. And again, for many of you, that's going to be a very critical component of your experience, especially that first year as you're making some decisions. It's not uncommon for faculty to help students learn about internship experience. We have many students that are engaged in research with faculty at the undergraduate level. This is often an experience that students don't have until graduate school, and our students are taking advantage of that experience as undergraduate students. The average class size at Grand Valley has 26 students in it. So our class sizes are small enough that you'll get to know the faculty and they in turn get to know you as well. Through the course of this last year, we've been sharing some information with you, and again, I think they really demonstrate the commitment by faculty. So one of the informations you may recall receiving from us previously is an opportunity called the Student Success Network. We have had faculty that have volunteered to be mentors to our freshmen their first year. So essentially what they're doing is sharing information with you throughout your first year experience and communicating with you about information or milestones that you should be completing during your first year. So with over 4,000 freshmen attending Grand Valley this past fall, every single student had an opportunity to connect with a faculty mentor. We have also shared information with you previously about the first year learning community. This is where faculty have connected courses. So 2 different courses where faculty are talking to each other outside the classroom. The same students are in both classes, and there is an overlap of material that they're using to connect the 2 classes together. So again, finding ways to make your first year experience one where you can connect with faculty in a quicker manner, but also get to know your fellow students through coursework. So once again, just demonstrating to you the many, many ways that faculty are committed to your educational experience. And again, you'll get a chance to hear in a moment a little bit more about that. We offer many opportunities for students to engage outside the classroom. The university offers over 4,000 study abroad experiences. We have the Padnos International Center available to you. So as early as your first year, you may want to stop in and start talking about the opportunities to study abroad, perhaps take advantage of an experience through an academic year, or maybe even a short-term experience that's faculty-led, maybe throughout the summer. So again, start thinking about what you might want to take advantage of. And even if you're uncertain now, it's helpful to know that these will be available to you at any time that you decide to investigate a little bit further. I already mentioned previously the opportunities to engage in research with faculty. We have an office on campus that can connect you to faculty, so that if you have an interest but maybe don't know where to start in that endeavor, they will be ready and available to help you make some of those connections. And of course, one of the experiences that we value greatly at Grand Valley is experiential learning. So we have well over 8,000 students annually that take advantage of experiences outside the classroom that would include internship experiences, co-ops, clinical experiences, and student teaching. A way for you to take what you're learning in the classroom and apply it to the real world. And so you'll get more information as you're a student, but I think it's helpful for you to, again, understand that learning takes place at Grand Valley both inside the classroom, but also in many other ways. So I'm going to take a moment to talk to you about student life, another way for you to be engaged in the Grand Valley community outside the classroom. We have over 400 different student clubs and organizations, and you'll find that they run the full gamut of experiences. If you go to our student life pages, you'll get an opportunity to scan through all the different types of possibilities that are available to you. We also have one of the largest club sports programs in the country. So if you are active physically right now, perhaps you enjoy sports or athletic activities, there is a way for you to continue that engagement. Club sports allow you to compete collegiately with other institutions. So that might be something of interest. And if you would, in turn, would prefer to do something more locally, you'll find that we have many, many opportunities for you to engage through extracurriculars, again, athletically or through other cultural, professional, various types of organizations. Grand Valley competes in NCAA Division II athletics. Grand Valley has the #1 Division II athletic program in the country. And so what you'll find is whether you're coming to compete as a student athlete or cheering on our student athletes, there is a tremendous amount of pride in being a Grand Valley State Laker. Some of you may have already taken a tour of the Allendale campus and have had an opportunity to see the amazing facilities that we have available to you as a student. All of our first-year students start taking their classes here at the Allendale campus. However, depending on your major, you may find yourself taking classes in Grand Rapids. Grand Rapids is the second largest city in Michigan, and so it certainly provides many opportunities for you as a student that we wouldn't be able to provide if we were exclusively in Allendale alone. So, depending on your major, as I mentioned, you may find yourself taking classes in Grand Rapids. So that will really vary by your program. Some students, you will choose a major where you will completely complete all of those classes here in Allendale. However, as an example, if you're pursuing something in the health professions, we have 2 buildings in Grand Rapids at this moment, but we have a 3rd building under construction where our healthcare programs are taking place. And they're taking place really at the heart of where healthcare is taking place in the city of Grand Rapids. So as an undergraduate student, you will be part of that community. And as you may be aware, many students in that profession are required to engage in co-op or clinical experiences. So it really makes it easier for you as an undergraduate student to connect to that community. We also have majors in Grand Rapids that would include the Seidman College of Business. So we have a beautiful business college that sits right downtown Grand Rapids. Again, when you think about as a business student, the connections that you may want to make, the internships that could be available to you, certainly not exclusively in Grand Rapids, but it does tie us to the business community in a little bit stronger way. It makes sense for those programs to be in Grand Rapids. And of course, our engineering program does require students to have 3 semesters of a co-op experience. And so, again, making it easier for you as a student and for our faculty and our programs to connect you to those opportunities that await you. At this time, I'm going to turn the presentation over to Elizabeth, who is going to talk in greater detail with you about housing and residence life.
Thank you, Jody. Hi, my name is Elizabeth Aranguren Martinez, and I'm an admissions counselor here at Grand Valley. I'd like to take a minute to talk to you a little bit about the housing application. Our housing application, we do expect students to live on campus their first year, unless living with family nearby. The application process and the application itself can be found at gvsu.edu/housing. When doing the application, you are able to list our different housing styles in the order that you like them. Know that we have 5 different styles for our freshmen to choose from. On the application, you're also able to list any people you hope to room with. There's a questionnaire that you'll fill out as well. Doing this questionnaire will help us in pairing you with other students. Know that while you do the housing application now, you have until May 1 for a full refund. Visiting our website, you'll also be able to see the list of prices associated to the different styles that we have. Please see the following video for housing, floor plans, and options that exist.
Welcome to the incoming first-year student housing tour. While new students live all across campus in both first-year and upper-class areas, this tour will feature the following first-year options only: traditional style, suite style, 1- and 2-bedroom apartment style, cluster style, and Laker Village apartments.
Before we get started, you will notice the furniture provided in all freshman-style living centers is exactly the same. Each student gets a bed with a twin extra-long mattress, desk, dresser, wardrobe, 2 shelves, and desk chair. The furniture is loftable, and you will notice different furniture configurations throughout this tour. When you move in, the furniture will be in the standard lofted position. However, the furniture is designed to be reconfigured and can be changed based on each roommate's preference. Please note, this furniture needs to be reset in its original configuration before your departure at move-out. Leave the tools at home. Everything you need to loft and rearrange is provided in the room.
The semester rate for freshman living centers includes a 14+ meal plan as well as all utilities. The exception to this is that Laker Village and all other upper-class apartments don't come with a meal plan since they come equipped with a full kitchen. A meal plan in these areas can be added for an additional cost based on the student's needs.
All housing buildings have wireless internet and access to digital cable. Students just need to bring a digital-ready television and coax cable to connect to the digital cable. Freshman living centers are not air-conditioned, so be sure to bring a fan for those first couple of weeks of warm summer weather.
Welcome to a traditional style living center. We have 3 traditional style buildings on campus: Copeland, Kistler, and Robinson. These buildings have a large great room space on the first floor for students to gather, socialize, and study. This building, like all of our buildings, also features a community kitchen. Traditional living centers are the only style of housing in which our custodial staff cleans the restrooms daily. Everywhere else on campus, students are responsible for bringing their own cleaning supplies and cleaning their own bathrooms. The bathrooms in traditional housing are semi-private. What this means is that there are private shower rooms which feature a toilet, shower, and a sink that a student can use privately behind a locked door.
Mailboxes in the living centers are located in the front of each building. Students with a brass room key will also use this for their mailbox. Students with swipe card room access will also receive a brass mailbox key.
Mailboxes are per unit, so they will be shared with your roommate as well. If a student receives a package or mail that is too big to fit in their mailbox, the student will get an email notifying them that a package is waiting for them. Pickup locations are dependent upon building assignment, so pay careful attention to that email. Students will need their ID card to pick up their package.
Access cards, separate from your student ID cards, are used for building entry only. Each resident will have their own unique PIN to get them into the building and a brass key or access card to get them into their room. PINs, cards, and keys only get students into their assigned buildings and rooms.
Students receive a preloaded laundry card at move-in. Laundry rooms are located in each community and look slightly different depending on the community. This laundry card will come with a limited number of cycles on it. It costs 1 cycle for wash and 1 cycle to dry. And this laundry card is good for the entire academic year. No need to bring quarters. If a card is lost or misplaced, the remaining cycles on the card cannot be replaced. So this card should be treated like cash. Students also have the option of adding more money onto their laundry card using the VTM machine located in North Sea and Laker Village. The room key, access card, and laundry card all have replacement costs, so it's important for students to keep track of these items.
Many of our North Campus living centers feature great views of the ravines that wind all throughout Grand Valley's campus. The ravines are a great place to spend an afternoon hiking and enjoying the natural beauty of our campus. Many of our traditional style and suite style units have a view of the ravines. We have multiple suite style buildings on campus, and it is one of the most popular options. In the suite style, 2 students share one room and are paired with a neighboring suite of the same gender. These 2 rooms are connected by a shared bathroom for use by the 4 suite mates. A shower curtain liner is provided, but the residents are encouraged to bring their own decorative outside curtain. Remember, you are responsible for bringing your own cleaning supplies and cleaning the bathroom. Suite-style buildings have community great rooms and kitchens. Our community spaces are especially important as they encourage community building and resident involvement.
We also offer apartment-style rooms. We have both 1-bedroom and 2-bedroom apartment-style units available for freshmen. The apartment style provides a more personal and independent living space, but also features community lounge spaces and study areas to encourage students to get outside of their apartments and meet new people.
Within the 1-bedroom apartment style unit, 2 students will share the bedroom area, kitchen, and bathroom. In the 2-bedroom apartment styles, 2 students will share the apartment, with each having their own bedroom for additional privacy. In the private bathrooms, students will also need to provide their own shower curtain. In this style, students are provided with basic kitchen amenities, including a refrigerator, sink, stove, and oven. Microwaves are not provided across campus, but students can bring one in coordination with their roommates. Additional refrigerators are not permitted, but residents who aren't provided one can bring one per unit. For electrical appliances, please view the housing website.
Also located on North Campus is the Kleiner Commons. Kleiner houses a variety of different dining options, including grill, pizza, sandwiches, soups, salads, and an express Qdoba, in addition to a 24-hour convenience store and coffee shop. Students are able to use both meals and debit dollars at Kleiner. Kleiner is situated in the heart of all of our North Campus housing buildings for quick and convenient access.
Our newest style of housing on campus offers cluster-style rooms in the Holton Hooker Learning and Living Center. These are similar to traditional style units in that students have a shared bedroom space with private shower and bathrooms down the hall. These rooms, however, have more space and air conditioning. Additionally, the student-to-bathroom ratio is smaller and the building has an elevator. The Holton Hooker Learning and Living Center also houses a multi-purpose room, game room, various lounge spaces, an Einstein Brothers bagel, and the central housing office. Additionally, a number of classes are held on the 1st and 2nd floors, so you can learn where you live. If that wasn't enough, the Holton Hooker Learning and Living Center is built to lead standards with state-of-the-art sustainability practices.
While most freshmen reside in living centers situated on the north side of campus, many freshmen opt to participate in living learning communities or reside in designated 2-bedroom, 4-person units reserved for freshmen on the south side of campus. Laker Village units are townhouse-style apartments with a full kitchen and living room on the 1st floor and 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom on the 2nd floor. The furniture provided includes a bed, dresser, desk, and desk chair, in addition to 1 couch, 1 armchair, and 1 kitchen table per Laker Village unit. Additionally, the kitchen includes a full-size refrigerator and stove. Students must provide their own dishes, cooking utensils, etc. Doesn't taking a peek at all of our housing options get you ready for move-in?
Great news! Move-in is a very streamlined process with students and staff on hand ready to help make your transition to Grand Valley as smooth as possible.
Each of our styles of housing provide a unique and enjoyable experience for all types of students. Living in housing is an important way to build connections with other students, staff, and faculty here at Grand Valley.
It also is a great way to develop independence and prepare for the future. Please visit gvsu.edu/housing for more information about applying for housing, important dates, and further building information.
Whichever option you choose, we look forward to having you at Grand Valley as you start your journey as a Laker for a lifetime.
Next, I'd like to introduce you to Ben Rhodes, Assistant Director in the Financial Aid Office, who will go over the award letter and other financial aid options that exist for you.
Hello, my name is Ben Rhodes, and I'm one of the Assistant Directors at Grand Valley State Financial Aid and Scholarships Office. And through the next several slides, our hope is that I'm going to help you navigate through understanding the award letter that you have in front of you, as well as what are the next steps to receive those awards as you approach this coming fall and make that decision to attend Grand Valley. You should have the award letter in front of you at this point, and it's important to note that each award is different. It's going to be based on your FAFSA, and so some of the categories that I talk about over the next few minutes may or may not appear on your award letter. Those categories are going to be scholarships, grants, work study, and loans. We're going to talk about scholarships and grants first. Scholarships and grants are gift aid. So the difference is grants are awards that are given to you based on your FAFSA information, whereas scholarships you either earn or win through several different other opportunities. Those might be the merit-based opportunities that you had when you applied to the university, but they also may be through a dance competition or a music audition you had on campus, or maybe through the My Scholarships program. It's important to note, both grants and scholarships, you do not have to return. So that aid is gifted to you and will help you to minimize your tuition costs here at Grand Valley. Some of you may see the work study category on your account as well, but it's important to note that if you don't, that doesn't mean you can't have a job working on campus. We have about 4,000 students who work on campus. About 800 of those qualify for work study. If you do see work study on your account, what that can do is when you apply through the Handshake or Student Jobs website, that could offer more job opportunities for you. Lastly, everyone should have a category of loan on your award letter. Now those loans are divided up into two different types, student and parent loan. And the student loan may be divided up into two different types, subsidized or unsubsidized. But that's going to be based on your FAFSA information and your FAFSA number and the need category. The difference between subsidized and unsubsidized is subsidized does not accrue interest while you're students at school, where unsubsidized does accrue interest. And this includes the Parent Plus loan, which is another loan option that you'll see on your award letter. So the Parent Plus loan is unsubsidized. It is a credit-based loan, but this is going to be fully in the parent's name instead of the student's. The second page of your award letter should be the estimated cost of attendance. It's important to note that that's just an estimate, as paper bills will be mailed later in July. This page hopefully helps you to navigate understanding how your financial aid can pay towards your tuition costs here at Grand Valley. But again, these are just estimated costs. It's not your actual bill. Now that we've discussed the financial aid award letter, I want to note that if you have any questions or concerns, it's important that you email our office at finaid@gvsu.edu. Now, there are some next steps that you're going to have to take if you're planning on accepting those loans. In the third page of your award letter, we explain those next steps. If you're going to be accepting the student loan, then you're going to be required to complete the entrance counseling and master promissory note. And if you're a parent and you are planning on using the Parent Plus loan, as it is a credit-based loan, you will also have to go online and complete the application as well as complete a master promissory note. It's important to note that you're not going to be able to do that as a parent until after May 1st. That's when that parent application will open up at studentloans with an S on the end.gov, and you can go and apply for that loan. Every entering freshman will receive a paper bill in July. This is the only paper bill that you'll receive, and every subsequent bill will be sent with email notification to you about a month prior to those bill dates. For this coming fall, the bill is due August 21st by 5 p.m. We do encourage you to continue to apply to scholarships. If you applied to a scholarship through the My Scholarships program and haven't heard back or have questions about that, I would encourage you to email our office. On our website, we do provide an additional resource for you for outside scholarships. We'd encourage you to navigate through there, see if any other additional scholarships you can apply to can be used towards your financial aid. You can apply for an on-campus job through gvsu.edu/student jobs using the handshake program. We would encourage you to start looking at open jobs in June, July, and throughout August for any jobs you may see on campus. And again, it's important to note, if you don't see the work study on your account, that's okay. You can still have a job on campus. Again, a majority of our students working on campus are non-work study students. Now remember, your financial aid award letter is based on your FAFSA, which did use 2018 tax documentation. If you feel that there has been a change since 2018, and that could be for a number of reasons, it could be a loss of income, a reduction in household, a divorce, something like that, a death in the family, we would encourage you to email our office again at finaid@gvsu.edu. On the Grand Valley Financial Aid website, there is a resource, a video library that we've put together about a bunch of different concepts to help you navigate understanding your award, accepting it, and being able to pay your tuition bill. So we would encourage you to visit this video library, navigate through the videos to help you understand these concepts better. There are 2 offices on campus that you may be addressing questions to. The financial aid office deals with information from the FAFSA, so that includes scholarships, grants, and student loans. But we do have a student accounts or billing office on campus as well. If you have any questions about your bills or refunds, we would encourage you to contact their office. Financial aid can be a complicated topic, so if you should have any questions, feel free to email or call our office. Next, I'm going to introduce Matt Bolkins, who's a professor of mathematics at Grand Valley State University.
My name is Matt Bolkins, and I'm a professor of mathematics here at Grand Valley State University, where I've had the great privilege of working for the last 22 years. I want to say to you students who have been admitted here, congratulations on such a great achievement in your life, of nearly finishing high school and looking forward to what the future holds, and now being admitted to our fine university and considering a possible future here. In the next few minutes, I want to share with you a few things that I really like and appreciate about Grand Valley, and hopefully along the way give you some further reasons for why this would be a great place for you. And parents too, I'll share some information with you about my own experience as a Grand Valley parent, because I've had 2 students attend here and 1 more that's going to in the fall. So one of the things that impressed me from the very first day I stepped onto Grand Valley's campus was how much the people who live and work here like this place. And that may seem like an unusual thing to say, but I've been on lots of university campuses where people have a negative attitude about them. And for me, now for over 20 years, it's been just a real gift to me to be able to come to work each day and to work with both students and faculty and staff, all of whom care immensely about the university and enjoy it here. Being a part of a positive environment like that is a really fantastic thing. I've watched that experience happen for my oldest son, Adam, who graduated a couple of years ago with a degree in finance and now works in the insurance industry. My next oldest child, Ethan, is currently a senior mathematics major here and has had an outstanding experience, looking forward to graduating. And my daughter, Jenna, has also chosen to come to Grand Valley, and she will start this coming fall. So I want parents especially to know at the outset that while I work here and I have a positive opinion of the place and in some sense am biased, I stand behind it in the sense that I've chosen to send my own kids here and to see the great experience that they've had as Grand Valley students. So in addition to people liking Grand Valley and having a positive attitude about the place, another thing that I really treasure about our university is what I consider to be its core ethos. And if I was going to summarize that really briefly, I would say, we want you to be successful. So students, as you're looking for a place to go, you need to know that at Grand Valley, we want you to be successful. And by that success, we mean a lot of things. Ultimately, we mean we want you to graduate and go on and do fantastic things. But I think we view it much bigger than that, that we want you to be successful in finding out who it is that you can become, right? We live in rapidly changing times, and the future is, in some sense, it's scary, right? It's scary because we don't know what will come. But at the same time, that's part of what makes living fun, is that the future, we don't know what will come. It's exciting to find out. And one of the great privileges of my life in this ethos and spirit of wanting to see students be successful is that I've gotten to watch over the years student after student after student come here and be successful, to grow as a human being, to think about the world in new ways, and then to go off and do fantastic things. In a few minutes, I'll tell you a story about one particular student and alumni that exemplifies that. But I could stand here today and list student after student after student who came here on what they thought was a particular path, who had encounters and experiences on campus that changed them and that ended up doing something that was, in some sense, totally different than what they initially thought was the place for them in life. So one more thing that I want to say that I really like and appreciate about Grand Valley, in addition to people liking it here and people here wanting others to be successful in all ranges of university life, is the talent and care of faculty and staff across campus. And so as I do my work on a day-to-day basis in times both mundane and unusual, always my experience is that the conversation comes back to what's best for our students. People here genuinely care about the students that they work with. They're concerned for their well-being. And again, they have this core value that they want them to be successful. And so as I look at the talent and energy that faculty pour into that in all sorts of fantastic ways, from the research labs that they open to students in the summer and the projects that they develop for that, for the novel ways that they teach classes that are small on average and often intense in the interaction between faculty and students, from the new things that faculty go to learn at conferences that they can bring back to their students so that their students have new experiences and are better prepared for the world around them. All of these are things that I think contribute to a really positive and exciting environment here at Grand Valley to live and learn and study. As one example that leads into, of this kind of faculty work that leads into the student alumni story that I'm going to tell you, I'll say that one of the exciting developments in the mathematics department where I work has been in recent years. We've both developed a new major for students called the Applied Mathematics major, and this is designed for students who want to go out and work in industry rather than continue education to go on to graduate school or to, say, teach in a high school or middle school setting. And in addition to this, this program that is focused on applied mathematics, one of the things we've built into this is a capstone experience for students where they get to work as consultants with an area, business, or community organization. And it's been through that work that one of my colleagues has led that we've seen really fantastic and exciting work from our senior students where they take the aggregation of the skills that they've developed over their time at Grand Valley as creative thinkers and problem solvers, as outstanding communicators, and as really hard workers, and put those into place to serve organizations in our community. One of those is the City of Grand Rapids. And so we're now in our second semester of partnering with the City of Grand Rapids to use applied mathematics to help them solve problems and better understand the data that they have. And while I've seen fantastic growth from our current students and exciting opportunities for them that are going to lead to all sorts of paths that they did not know existed, I had the privilege recently of meeting one of our alumni who I'd never met before, who happens to work for the City of Grand Rapids. And his name is Zach, and Zach finished his Grand Valley degree about 5 years ago. He was a political science major. He said he had kind of an unusual educational path where he spent some time at community college, he took some time away, and in the end he spent quite a bit of time before he ultimately finished his political science degree. But now Zach works as the Chief Data Science and Technical Officer for the City of Grand Rapids. And he oversees all sorts of amazing work that the city is doing with tracking parking data, with trying to understand how their budget works in ways that will enable departments to communicate with one another, using high-powered software so that complicated ideas are easily understandable by people at all levels of city government. And he's even overseeing the work of some of our students. So I had this conversation with Zach in a meeting. Actually, the meeting ended, and afterwards, when I learned that Zach was one of our alums, I said, how did you end up here? And he sort of smiled, and he said, well, he said, when I was in high school, one of the things that I liked to do was I liked to build web pages. And so I got comfortable in working with HTML kind of as a hobby. And he said, I eventually settled on a political science major, and I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to do. But he said, around my third year of college, he said, I took a political science class that was based in doing social science with data analytics. And the professor of that course, Professor Whit Kilburn, made all of us students learn how to use the program R. So that program is the letter R, and it's a free open source statistical software package that's designed to help people understand and visualize and use data. And Zach said he built really particular skills for visualizing data with that software. He landed an internship that was related to that did some consulting work for the city of Grand Rapids, and he did one single project for the city of Grand Rapids. And his ability to take the data that they were working with and help them interpret it led to them literally hiring him on the spot. So Zach's story is the story of lots of students at Grand Valley, where they come here sometimes knowing what they want to be, but often not, and trying to find their way. And through the course of taking classes and building new skills, new opportunities come their way, and then they go off and take them in directions people didn't even know were possible. So again, I've watched student after student after student do this in their lives here, and it's indeed one of the great privileges of my life that I get to stay in touch with students and to hear from them what the fantastic things are that they are now doing. So to you students who are admitted here to Grand Valley and thinking really seriously about coming here, I want to say to you, this is who you can be. You can come here to Grand Valley, maybe with a particular path in mind, but maybe not. And regardless of that place that you start, you'll come here and encounter new people, people who care about you and want to see you be successful. You'll encounter new ideas where you'll be challenged to think differently and in new ways. And you'll have paths open to you that you just might never have encountered if you didn't choose Grand Valley. So I want to say to you in closing, again, one of the core values of Grand Valley is for everybody who comes here, we want you to be successful. And so we wish that to you in your college search right now. We want you to be successful in it, and success there is absolutely finding the right place for you. We hope that that place is Grand Valley, and we hope to see you here this fall. Thank you.
The first step after today would be to go online and to sign up for housing. Housing does require a $150 deposit. Please note that that deposit is completely refundable up until May 1. So I would encourage you, especially if you have your heart set on a certain style of housing, to go in and to make those choices and to submit that, knowing that that deposit is refundable, and we understand that plans can change. The second important step is to schedule your advising and registration session. When you go online to do that, you'll notice that there are 40 different dates for you to select from. We offer 40 dates at Grand Valley because we like to keep our groups small. So at that particular date you select, there will be about 125 students. You will then be put into smaller groups of approximately 10 students, where you will have a faculty advisor, a professional academic advisor, and upper class students that will sit down, explain that general education component or the liberal education component that you heard about earlier, and help you choose your classes for both fall and winter semesters. If you have any questions about selecting a date, please make sure that you give us a call in the admissions office. You'll notice that there are dates set aside for honors students, as well as students who have accrued a number of college credits to this point. So you'll see dates available for students who have high credit loads. So that would mean that perhaps you've completed a lot of advanced placement credit or IB courses, dual enrollment credit, or maybe you're an early middle college student that is bringing credit into the university. If you do have college credit earned, it is important that you send us a transcript of that credit prior to your advising and registration date. That will allow the university to evaluate that credit, know exactly what transfers into the university, so we can use that to help you register for your fall and winter classes. If at any point you have questions about housing, advising and registration, or Grand Valley in general, please give our office a call or email us at admissions@gvsu.edu. We understand that this is a very big decision, and we want to be available to answer any questions you have or provide information that will help you make the best possible choice on where you end up enrolling this fall. So thank you for considering Grand Valley, and please keep in touch.